Now, when people show you the Bible like they're scatterbrained, right, and you believe them over the Bible itself, whoever wrote it wasted their whole time, right? Because you're not reading it from the Bible's perspective, but male dominant men, right, are reading it to you what they want you to see from it, right? Again, right? The Bible deals with male and female throughout it, right? But the men are separating themselves from the Bible and making themselves gods in Jesus' place. And pretending they're not doing that when they are. See, Jesus is your head, right? You're all under Jesus, and you don't like that idea if he's both, right? Emperor Constantine didn't like it because he wanted to be God. He wanted to be the emperor of Rome, right? And not Jesus. So he took the real doctrine from the Gnostics, burned it, idiot, right? And the idea of him being androgynous was lost to that idea, right? See, if only the Gnostics are teaching it, right? And you got the opposing group, the Orthodox, right, who are mean, right? You've just destroyed the only idea, right, that there was the idea in the first place, right? Until Emperor Constantine, right? Now, the Bible don't treat men like they're God. It says, I am God and not a man, right? What does that mean, you ask? Well, it's not a man, right? Kind of straightforward. It says, Anoki El, whatever El is, Lo-ish, right? It's not even not, it's no man. That's a little bit of a Hebrew I've studied into it. I can say fluently. Right. Now, the real problem ain't knowledge, right? It's male-dominated knowledge of God, right? And see, when you say you're equal to Jesus, you just lied out your butt because he's greater than you, right? As the Father is greater than the Son and made the Son from the earthly matter itself, too, right? As with Adam and Eve, which are the only two references, right, to the body of Jesus, right? Is Adam before Eve was taken out of him, idiot, not after, right? See, you're from that fall, right, where there were male and female, right? Another thing you don't understand is what Adam looked like 6,000 years ago or so, whatever the hell that was, right? And how long it actually was ago. Because some of the carbon dating is tracing back to 6,000 years just with India alone and their flood, right? And if the whole world flooded, even at different points in time, right, certain areas are still around the same time, scientists. That's the problem, right? If the Jewish calendar is only a few hundred years off, that's not too far from when the flood happened anyway, right? But the problem is, right, a global flood affects everyone on the planet, right? But it was done because of the fallen angels, right? Who were impregnating women, and even the god, whatever, Rama, right? And the demon god, what's his face, right? is fighting over a woman, right? Whole point. Now, the worst thing Satan did to Adam was the butt sex, right? Why do I say butt sex, right? Well, from there to Sodom and Gomorrah, from Sodom and Gomorrah until now, the writer of the Bible called it all an abomination in the first place, right? But when you're writing about someone, they're not even aware of what you're saying about them, right? By the way, right? They're not saying this person is right or backing up what they read about them either, right? Again, right? When you write about a historical figure, the problem is Islamists Men lie better than Satan himself. You're the problem, men. We're the problem, men. We oppress women, not just sexually. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Don't leave me, baby. I want you to stay, baby. For what? Sex? Mm-hmm. Is it good sex for her even? Right. Or do you want her to be gay with a woman? Cause what? She can fuck her instead, or she can get a dildo, or she can get a fake penis, right? You know what I'm talking about, YouTube. They're doing all this stuff all over the place online, so I'm trying to get them to get some brains in their head, right? One, right? If you are that bad in bed, right? No one really wants sex with you. You're trying to convince her to stay by getting her to use toys, right? That means she already don't want to be there for your kind of sex, right? Now, what else do you think? That'll get her addicted to the sex, the little sex you give her? No, no. Is that it? Right. Now, if you understand Solomon with his 1,000 wives, Sheena, right? 300 were legal wives. He married all 300, right? Because he could then. And it was a bribe by the kings around him, right, to give him their daughters to wife, right? And not only was he with the daughters, but like Jacob too, he was with the concubines, right? Which means even though he didn't legally marry, he did like Leah, who had a few kids with Jacob, right? And Rachel, who was having problems conceiving, did the same thing with her concubine, or her maid-in-waiting, right? Given to her by her father, Laban, right? And the same as Hagar and Ishmael, right? Now, Jacob also talks of Reuben going to Bilhah for some reason. I don't know what the hell that means, right? When? Because, all right. Sabotage, right, son? Great son. Is when I'm trying to move on from, say, Daphne, but not aware of Amanda, because I ain't seen her in 30-something years by now. 94, you know what I mean? When you weren't even born yet, right? That's your mom pretending I'm interested in your sister when I never met her that way, right? Or in those conditions, right? To even try anything with a child, right? But if you believe her, no, you're just as dumb as dirt as she was, right? That means, son, even though you have full brain capacity, you're thinking like your mother who doesn't, right? John. J-O-N, not J-O-H-N, right? Son, right? No matter what you do in life, I'm your father, right? But again, right? Your sister ain't supposed to have sex with your dad, but your dad don't know your sister since she was 4. I keep telling you this. I don't keep tabs of Amanda or you for a reason. Your mom freaked me the hell out and I'm left her ass, right? I knew there was a ploy, a plot by her, right? She didn't want to marry me and have you, son. Probably not at all. But because your mother, right, made her wait till after the 6th month, she couldn't abort you anyway. Right, Daphne? Now, I told her the problem with the criminal thing is you gotta prove I tried to have sex with her without you involved. That'll never happen. I won't kidnap your daughter and take her off somewhere and have sex with her or do something crazy, right? Never have, right? Wouldn't even tip me, right? But only her messed up half-brain self, right? Who didn't want you, son, right? Would even think that I would do something with her, even if she let her come in there in the middle of the night, right? It's the whole point, right? She makes grandma look bad and biological dad look bad if it's her that knows she let her daughter wake me up, right? Then she's got then she's got to make up story after story, lie after lie, right? And there's nothing I can do about it, son. If I didn't touch your sister, I didn't touch your sister, right? Just like I wouldn't touch my own sister, right? She's still a stepdaughter to me, right? But she didn't want you, John, right? It's also how she raised you, right? You know, I can't be there because I was disabled, baby by her. I don't know, right? I assumed it was, again, the fall, right?